Of the 3,300 billionaires worldwide, about 290 people have signed up to the Giving Pledge network run by Bill Gates. Many rich people and celebrities have said they've decided that their money be given to charitable donations after they die. Whilst this is a noble act, it's not a token for entering the kingdom of God. God expects all to fulfill their role as a steward whilst they are on earth. Hard-earned money overseen by owners goes further for two reasons. Their experience in how they made that money adds lots of peripheral value to the good cause. They may even go on to influence change in the ones who might be fueling the problem. Publicity and raising awareness, and getting more people involved is another obvious benefit. Another is that good works done whilst you are alive are seen by God. Your net spiritual gain is a longer, happier, and more fruitful life, as well as a smoother, less littered path to the kingdom of God. And when time on earth comes to an end, in the next life there's something much more sophisticated than a lie detector. If God can rewrite, read, and change DNA, the measurement technology is also embedded in your body, soul, or spirit. And it's not something to take lightly. There's a parable of an impoverished Lazarus, another wealthy man, and Abraham. Lazarus was poor and deprived of so much whilst alive. He was a beggar. The rich man had lots and lived a lavish lifestyle. Both die, and God puts Lazarus at Abraham's side. The rich man ends up elsewhere tormented in Hades. From a distance he sees both Abraham and Lazarus. He asks if Lazarus might be able to place a drop of water onto his tongue because he has overwhelming feelings of thirst. Abraham refuses. He then asks if Lazarus could visit his brothers on earth and warn them of his torment in Hades, to avoid having the same fate. Abraham explains even if Lazarus or any man raised from the dead visits them, they still wouldn't listen. He goes on to say just like they also didn't listen to Moses or the prophets. Our instruction manual today is the Bible. Whilst we're alive as inhabitants and stewards on earth, we all need to be conscious of what's expected of us before we pass away. In Luke's Gospel, just before he talks about Lazarus, Jesus speaks of an unjust steward. It's one where a debt collector is about to lose his job, and then asks people who owe money to visit him. He discounts each of those debts in writing. Maybe he did this because he marked up the interest rates to earn a personal debt commission. Or maybe he was trying to build some kind of bond if he himself needed their help in the future. Or perhaps he was worried his employer or master may reprimand him later. Whatever the motivations, he seemingly tries to rub out or dilute any wrongdoings for a better future. Jesus in other parts of the Bible suggests that the engine of money is run by unscrupulous things or people. The employer could be a way to describe mammon. Neither this employer, master, or the debt collector are people that Jesus respected. Jesus said you cannot serve God and mammon or money. To serve money or mammon is to be shrewd or tight with money. To serve God, money can be made a better thing if it helps with righteous and expected causes. When death comes, the power we have to do good, along with the need for money, ceases very abruptly. In sum, we should all seek to do good with it today, here and now. Helping the poor makes the burden of sin or weight of inaction lighter for the next life. Gold or money on earth has no value in either heaven or hell. True faith is known by its outputs or fruits. If you'd like our advice, we'd say you take as active a role as possible in good cause projects. Invest in a few mixed ones so goodness permeates deep and wide in the hope they overlap. And oversee them with enthusiasm. Invest without expecting anything back. Seek only the gifts of the Spirit and better positioning with God. Treat others the way you expect to be treated yourself. There's no shortage of things that need doing. Because today is a time when 7 of the 8 scientifically established safety limits for Earth and human well-being have already been breached. Don't just throw money like mud onto a wall hoping some will stick. Precision with scale is critical. And not forgetting, of course, where there's a will there is always a way.